Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Kennesaw State Owls Dynasty here on College Football 25. It's been a minute, but we're back to it, and we're still seeking our first win in this Dynasty series. Kennesaw State enters this home matchup against FCS Southeast at 0-3, as we have really struggled out of the gate our first year as an FBS program. We're back here at Fifth Third Stadium following a road loss against San Jose State, where we kind of got toppled there in the second half, as it's been the theme in most of the games this season. We've put together a decent first half, but then we kind of let the other team pull away in the second half. So we're here at the opening kickoff, as we are now underway from Fifth Third Stadium, and the Owls going up against an FCS team in dire need of our first win as an FBS program. Very good kickoff coverage there, as the Pandas will start at the 13-yard line. Devon Wingate Wilson, the quarterback here, at 69 overall for FCS Southeast. Actually a higher rated quarterback than what we're currently working with on our roster. It has been quite a bit between episodes, so it might take a little bit to get acclimated back to this game. They're going to start with a run here, as they do get ahead for 5. That was Blue Redmond on the carry. Now 2nd and 5 for the Pandas. Devon Wingate Wilson will keep this time. Breaks the tackle and then pushed down there from Jericho Washington there on first contact. And now it'll be a 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5 here. 3 and out to start would be a tremendous way to go about things here for the Owls. Wingate Wilson back to pass. Plenty of time. He's going to step up and run for the first down as he slides ahead to the 29. Should have maybe had a spy on at that time, but you live and you learn. We're going to try to adapt, of course, based on what our opponent throws out there. They'll go back to the running game, and that's Donovan Westmoreland coming off the edge, our highest rated player on defense. A big stop that time. It'll now be 2nd and 12 for the Pandas. And they will go back to Blue Redmond here. Hobson misses a tackle. Redmond keeps his balance, gets ahead for about 5 there, as now it's 3rd and 7. See if our third down defense can get the job done this time. Wingate Wilson making an adjustment there at the line. And he's going to be sacked. We have only had 1 sack or 2 maybe on the year, I believe, to this point. And that's Jordan Miles getting home for the QB sack there to force the 4th down, as now the Pandas are going to have to punt all the way back at their own 25. Jordan Miles, the junior right end. Good spin move there, good speed rush, and a clear path to the ball to the quarterback there for his first sack of the year. Something to cheer about here for the Owls fans in attendance. Really haven't had much all season so far. Going to field this punt with Wallace at about the 35. Decent return there as he works to the 43, as the Kennesaw State offense will take the field for the first time. Gabriel Benyard, our impact player at running back, 79 overall. The only player to score a touchdown for us this season. He has one in each of the first 3 games to start. Davis Bryson making his 4th start of the year, although it might be time to maybe mix in Braden Bohannon a little bit more at quarterback. We'll start here, a run for Michael Benefield, as he finds a couple blocks, gets 5 up the middle. Benefield still the back here on 2nd and 5. We'll go outside run this time. Benefield going to cut back. He's hit hard, fumbles, and the Pandas take over. So we start off in tremendous fashion with a 3 and out, and only 2 offensive plays before we turn the ball over due to a fumble. Benefield would have had a first down there, but he coughs it up, and the Pandas will take over in very good field position. That's Zeke Bowles, a sophomore safety, delivering the hard hit. Going downhill there. Thought we might be able to recover it, but not how it went, as Demario Galloway, D tackle out of Alabama, came up with it. And now the Pandas start off in better field position than what they had last drive. Just 4 yards away from midfield here at the 46-yard line. Awful start there for the Owls offense, as Blue Redmond will take that up for 6. It seems the theme so far in this dynasty is 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Now 2nd and 4. And a fake here. Wingate Wilson a pass. And I thought we were going to be able to undercut that with Paul. Good coverage, as that'll force a 3rd and 4. The Owls looking to force a 3 and out after the turnover on offense. A delay give there for the backup running back, Donnelius Johnson. Good pursuit downhill to make the stop. And a good response here from the Owls defense, forcing a 3 and out, as the Pandas will have to punt now from our 46-yard line. More than halfway through this first quarter. A good punt there. At least it looked like it was. I guess a shank, as that doesn't even make it to the 20-yard line. And we'll take over at the 26. So kind of pretty much back where we started last drive, as Benefield is back out there despite the fumble. And he will get the call this time. Good blocking to the left. Another hard hit. He gets ahead for 4. 2nd and 6 now at the 30. Gabriel Benyard now the back. His first touch of the day. Halfback dive. Good blocking there as he escapes to the outside a little bit for 11 on his first touch. Benyard a little shaken up after that last play. So Benefield back there in the backfield. Good rush there by the linebacker getting home, and a tackle for loss now 2nd and 11. Davis Bryson has yet to throw a pass. As now 2nd and 11. Benyard back out there. And we'll set up the screen for Benyard. Good blocking. And Benyard, we're going to cut that back towards midfield as he works past and gets to the 46. A 14-yard gain there on the screen. As now Kennesaw State into Pandas territory. Michael Benefield now the back, and he will get the call. Again, going to cut back. It's 3. 2nd and 7 now at the 43. Bohannon in motion. And we'll go inside zone here for Benefield. Again, nothing doing on the run. Now 3rd and 8 as we face our first 3rd down of the day. Less than 2 minutes now remaining here in this first quarter, rather. Bryson from the shotgun takes the snap. Over the middle there for Bohannon. Makes the grab, but can't quite get ahead for the first down. So now 4th and inches at the 36, and we've gotten stuffed on a couple of these. As now the backup quarterback into the game, Bohannon, as the Bohannon brothers both take the field this time. 4th and inches, we'll go with Gabriel Benyard. He does get the job done and gets ahead for a little bit extra as we're about to hit the 1 minute mark here in this first quarter. Benyard starting to heat up a little bit. First down now at the 31. We'll go back to the running game here. Benyard, nothing doing that time. As we don't have to call a play here if we don't want, but we'll try out maybe a passing concept here and see how it's looking. Less than 10 seconds now. And I think we will call a play here. And we have Daniels there. A lot of space. As a nice just pitch and catch there to end the first quarter. Nothing doing here. No scoring so far, but maybe our best performance out of the gate to start a game, which you would hope for in a matchup like this against an FCS school. 2 decent completions to start here for Davis Bryson. The running game getting going a little bit. And the defense has held up very well so far as we start the second quarter here. First down, the Owls inside the red zone for the first time here today as we start the second quarter. We'll go a pitch here for Benyard. A lot of green grass ahead as he does score, but there is a flag, so let's see what it is. It looks like it might be coming back as holding is the call. Too good to be true, as Gabriel Benyard would have extended his touchdown streak to 4 games, but instead of pay dirt, it's going to be 1st and 19. An explosive play there, although it does come back as it's now 1st and 19 at the 27. And we'll just go back to the run here. Michael Benefield, good run there on first down, gets 8. And now sets us up more manageable 2nd and 11. And we'll go play action for the first time. Kind of got jumbled up in our own backfield. And our tight end got stood up there in traffic. Maybe you had a better read that time. But Kent, I thought, was going to streak free towards the sideline, but just not how it turned out. A bunch of our guys kind of got jumbled up on that play. Now 3rd and 11. Bryson takes the snap. Going to roll to the right and just throw that into the dirt. And we'll see what the flag is. Is that roughing the passer? As it's actually defensive pass interference. So we get bailed out there. It kind of took me a second to process what was happening. We get bailed out after a holding penalty. And now all is right with the world as it's 1st and goal from the 7 now. We rarely benefit from penalties like that. Now Benefield breaks free and he dives into the end zone for his first touchdown of the year. And Kennesaw State takes the lead. This might be the first lead we've had. I think maybe we might have led by a field goal in the last game on our opening drive, but never have led by more than 3 points at any stage so far. Baby steps as I've preached. As we are now up 6-0. Michael Benefield, all the room in the world there to the left side of the field, the short side of the field, as we are now up 6-0. Now make it 7 after the extra point. Now on for the kickoff. Maybe I just needed to take a little break away from this game. If you're familiar with the first 3 games of this dynasty, it was very rough goings, but of course here a more inferior opponent, but still it feels very good to be playing clean football out of the gate, even though we did have that fumble earlier, which could have derailed maybe another potential scoring drive. Now the Pandas back with it to go with Blue Redmond, and we're all over that, just 1 yard now, 2nd and 9. The Pandas now at the 26. Wingate Wilson making an adjustment as he takes the snap. They'll go back to the running game here. Hobson can't bring him down. Westmoreland gets over, gets some help. A decent run there, 7 yards now, 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2 will come out in the 4-4, played aggressive, send some pressure here. And they are going to pass. And they'll swing that out for the tight end. Thought we might be able to come away with an interception, although we will take the incompletion. Another 3 and out for this Pandas offense, and our defense has certainly been up to the task today against this FCS Southeast. Now a punt going to be fielded by Wallace at the 19, it looks like. Wallace can't break a tackle as he works to the 23. 1st and 10 now for the Owls as we take over at the 23. Go a little RPO action, get Bohannon involved as he gets free there on the screen, breaks away from a man, and works all the way down to the 46 for 23 yards. 1st and 10 now all the way up to the 46-yard line. We'll go back to Gabriel Benyard as he really can't get anything up the middle. 2nd and 10 now. We will stick with the run, go back to Benyard. Kind of hesitated there in the backfield before being like pile driven down to the ground, as it's now 3rd and 10. Nothing doing on those opening run plays to this set of downs, and hopefully we can get bailed out here on 3rd and 10. Bryson takes the snap. And we sat in the pocket way too long on that one. Took too long to process the play. Jamar Dodd home for the sack, and the FCS Southeast defense makes a stop as we're now on for the punt. Try to pin him back here the best we can. That's Hewitt on for the punt. Gonna be fielded. Thought it might be fair caught. And a big hit down on special teams as the Pandas work it up to the 27. The Owls still without an interception. I don't think we've even forced a turnover at all yet this season. Fake there. Good fake from the Pandas as they have a man downfield. And he brings it down 52 yards from Donovan Chandler. We had Nick Paul right there, but he couldn't deflect the pass or defend the pass. And a huge hit through the air there for the Pandas. And that is not what we wanted to see, especially after a punt. Now down all the way to the 21. We kind of altered our zone there on that last play. Now Wingate Wilson a lot of time to throw. He'll just break free for a run as he slides ahead for 5. 2nd and 5 now inside the red zone for the Pandas. Will bring a little pressure here from the outside. Tight end in motion for the Pandas. 2nd and 5. And they'll go to Blue Redmond as he tries to redirect. Only 2 yards now, 3rd and 3. The Owls showing pressure here on 3rd and 3. Although it was a bluff, they gave it to Redmond. Another good run stop there as it'll bring up a 4th and 2. And they are going to opt for the field goal, try and get some points as this second quarter winds down. This will be a 31-yard chip shot to put the Pandas on the board. Kick is up right down the middle as they do get on the board. 7-3 Owls as we head towards the end of the half. The Owls now take over at the 25. And we'll go back to play action here. Try and take a deep shot there for Moss, but we didn't set as we threw. Otherwise, we might have had a chance at a deep shot there, although it just skips incomplete. Now 2nd down at the 25. And we'll go to Gabriel Benyard. Blocking has kind of derailed, the regressed as this game has gone on. I think we'll go back to the levels concept here. I think it worked out for us earlier to Bohannon as we face a 3rd and 9. Bryson takes the snap. Go right back to Bohannon as he does make the grab for the 1st down. Bryson now 5 out of 7 for 69 yards. And we'll call one more play before we hit the 2-minute warning. Gabriel Benyard gets some decent yardage that time compared to what we've been working with throughout the most of this second quarter. And it's now 2nd and 7 at the 39. Bryson takes the snap. Only a 3-4 man rush here from the Pandas. Trying to find the sweet spot there, and we couldn't dip it in there for Moss. A good play there by the defender to get up there and bat it down. As it's now 3rd and 7. A lot of potential on that play if we're able to get it to Moss, but we cannot connect. Now we're going to try and just scramble this time. Bryson, a lot of green grass ahead. Good block there picked up by Moss, so we'll just slide it out there at the 42-yard line. Got to make split-second decisions here with this poor offensive line that we have to work with. And now Bryson going to try and go over the middle there for Wallace, and he drops it. Had some room to run, but tried to run before he caught the ball. And that's a bad drop that we don't want to see. Now 2nd and 10. Going curls here I think we'll just go Kent there towards the sideline. Good read there by the linebacker. We should have maybe let it develop a little bit more. And now we face a 3rd and 10 at the 42-yard line. I think I want to flip this play. It'd be nice if we can get Benyard. A lot of man coverage here, it looks like. As Bryson takes the snap, we'll try and step up in the pocket and nothing open. I've been trying to get a little bit better with maneuvering in the pocket, depending on how it's collapsing. But there, to our dismay, we just got absolutely rocked. And here we'll just let the clock tick down, as we have about 28 seconds that we could burn off. And now Hewitt on for the punt. Less than a minute here in the half. Not sure how this one's going to go. Looks like it's going to bounce at the 5. And we don't get the backspin. So a touchback here. The Pandas, with all their timeouts, they take over at the 20 with 48 seconds left here in the first half of play. See if Devon Wingate-Wilson can operate a 2-minute drill here. More like a 48-second drill, I guess we could say. Back in the pocket again, gonna run. Good coverage from the Owls, but Wingate-Wilson just taking off in those situations. The Pandas burn their first timeout. Now 42 seconds remaining. Wingate-Wilson back to pass. A short one there. And a big hit there by Johnson. Only 5 yards there for the Pandas as they have to waste a timeout. Not the most productive play call there, as you're forced to burn a timeout. Not worth the yardage that you picked up. Now 38 seconds, 3rd and inches. Wingate-Wilson to pass. Going to just dump that off for Blue Redmond. A good tackle, as they are going to hurry it up now. Less than 30 seconds remaining at the 33. Wingate-Wilson to pass. Disregard. He's going to run. Slides ahead. And they have to burn their last timeout, as it's 2nd and 10. Doesn't get the first down to stop the clock. And now they are without timeouts the rest of the way here. 22 seconds remaining. Now at the 43-yard line. Again, making an adjustment. He'll fake, play action. That one just going to throw it away wisely, as he has a few more chances here with 15 seconds remaining. Now 3rd and inches. Wingate-Wilson. Plenty of time. And again, just going to throw it away. So maybe one more chance here. 4th and inches. But they actually are going to punt. And I guess that makes sense with all the time they left on the clock. So maybe Wallace can make something happen here and close this half out with a boom. Wallace with it there from the 12. So he's just going to work to the left side. Nothing doing there, as that will bring us into halftime. 7-3 Owls. We turned it over earlier. Otherwise, our offense has been moving quite well. Bryson seems to be a little more comfortable than he has been in recent games, although he has been sacked twice. Our defense really has come to play, although I really hope that we can force a turnover here. Like I said earlier, I think we've yet to force a turnover in this series, and if we're going to do so, this is certainly the game to do it. Michael Benefield finds pay dirt for the first time, and hopefully we can extend this lead and solidify our first win as a member of an FBS program. A huge link up earlier there that FCS Southeast had. We had a nice bubble screen there for Bohannon as he took that towards the midfield. But 7-3 after one half of play here from Kennesaw, Georgia. And we will start with it here to start the third quarter, as we're now underway from Fifth Third Stadium for the third quarter of play. And Wallace will see again here, this time on the kick return. Good speed there as he wiggles through a lane, although only makes it to the 23. Benefield the back to start the half, as he does get the call on the counter. Nothing doing there as he loses a couple. We were going to pass it here, but with the light box, I think we'll just audible to a run, see how it pays off. As it does, Benefield gets 6 up the middle, as it's now 3rd and 6. We'll go Z spot this time, out of pistol, trips open. Scott, the back, checks into the game for the first time. Bryson takes the snap. We'll go there to Wallace. He hangs on this time, breaks a tackle, and we'll take that short gain for the first down. Fresh to the downs here for the Owls. We'll go to Benyard this time, as he works ahead for 3. 2nd and 7 from the 39, over 2 minutes into this half. Going to go back to the screen. And we do connect there with Benyard. Gets a block there in space. And we're trying to do a little too much there in stride, although we do make it back, as it's now 3rd and inches, a 7-yard pickup. Benefield now the back in this short yardage situation, as FCS Southeast had a couple guys there in the backfield that kind of overshot their angles, and that opened up Benefield for a big gain up the middle. 1st and 10 now at the 47. I think we'll put Kent as an extra blocker, hoping that Bohannon can get open there across the middle. We do hit him in stride. Bohannon, his third catch of the day, as that'll bring it down to the 33. Feels good when these reads and these plays are paying off for us. And now first down, we'll go back to the running game here for Benyard, and that's going to come back to a hold. First and 20 now at the 43 as that sets us back. Bryson going to go for his tight end, Carson Kent there, as they connect for 14 yards, now 2nd and 6. Good play there to counteract the penalty. As we're going to go, thought we were going to go triple option, ended up keeping there with Daniels. Bad read there on my part. As now 3rd and 5, we'll go with strong flood. See if we can hit a man there streaking towards the sideline. 3rd and 5, made it a little pass protection adjustment. Bryson stepping up in the pocket, and he's going to slide ahead for the first down. He fumbles, and we lose another fumble here, this time in scoring territory. And Davis Bryson maybe trying to do a little too much, scrambling out of the pocket. And he fumbles the ball and turns it over. Raheem Willis there, sophomore D tackle, forcing the fumble. Good maneuvering there in the pocket. Like I said, we've been trying to get a little bit better in that aspect, but that time, Bryson just not the ball security on display as he coughs it up, and the Pandas force another turnover, and our turnover differential on the year is not going to be good at this pace. Blue Redmond a handoff here to start the half for the Pandas, and it might be coming back to a hold. A good tackle there by Jam Warren. So it will now be 1st and 15. And they're going to go back to Blue Redmond there, as he'll pick up decent yardage. 10 yards now, 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 here for the Pandas. Wingate Wilson has a man over the middle, diving attempt there, as it does fall incomplete. Now a 3rd down. We haven't brought much pressure today, but here on 3rd down, I think we'll bring some. And they are going to give to Redmond, and we're all over that. A good tackle there and backside pursuit from Nick Sawyer, as we do force the punt following the fumble. Gibbs on for the punt, gets this one away. Wallace back to return, going to field this from the 30, I believe we're at, as he can't break the tackle, gets up to the 35. Another lost fumble, as the Owls are leaving some points on the board. We'll go here, give for Benyard, makes the man miss there one-on-one, as he finds good yardage. 8 yards now, 2nd and 2. We're going to go play action here, but we'll just keep it simple. Halfback dive here in short yardage. Benefield to give. He's not going to get it. And we're actually just going to bring some tempo here, go right back to it. 3rd and 1 here from Michael Benefield. And our call pays off, as we do get ahead for 9. Now here kind of down the stretch, I think we might just rely on the run as we have most of the way. Now Benyard to turn. There's a lot of Pandas there. A lot of congestion Benyard could not break out of. 2nd and 9. I think here is where we'll mix in some play action. Try and dump that off for Benyard. Could not quite get it to him, as that falls incomplete. Now 3rd and 9. 3rd and long here for the Owls. Bryson takes the snap. Again, going to try to work up in the pocket. We break a tackle there in the backfield for the sack. And Bryson able to hang on this time and not fumble as we work ahead for the 1st down. Breaking that sack in the backfield was huge in getting that 1st down. Otherwise, we have to punt again in our own territory. Now we'll go back to the running game here for Benyard. Benyard breaking it to the sideline. Good juke move there as he spins down to the 20. 1st and 10 now inside the red zone. We're going to go back to play action here and see how it goes. We have a man there open. That's Daniels. And so we'll get ahead for 7 down to the 12. Kind of like scat here. I think we can get Bohannon on that similar route like we had him before. We threw it way too late. And luckily, it just goes incomplete. We had him open there on that same route with some room to run, but user error there. Held on to it too long. Thought we had a throw there right away. And this will be the last play here in the 3rd quarter. 3rd and 2 will go to Benyard as he picks up the 1st down to the 7, as it's still a 7-3 game here in Kennesaw. And I realize at this point, we're probably going to have to bump up the quarter length and maybe the accelerated clock as well. But obviously, good yardage here. 130 rushing, 120 passing, 7 3rd down conversions. But going back to time, quarter length and everything, we're obviously testing a lot of things here still in the early phases of this game, early phases of this dynasty. So it's going to be kind of a trial and error. We'll kind of mix and match and see what we like. So 1st and goal now at the 7. Bryson to pass. And we're sitting duck there in the backfield. Should have stuck with the run, as that'll lose 7. A good sack there by Silas Clayton, I think the name was. And now 2nd and goal at the 14. Going to try and surprise him here with a run. We had a block miss there in the second level, but we still do get, I think, 6 yards this time. Now 3rd and goal at the 7. Go flanker under. Bryson takes the snap. Going to roll to the right. Going for the end zone as we're forced out there. A 5-yard pickup for Bryson, and I don't know why it went hurry up. And I don't know if I like this look or not. Maybe try and get them to jump off sides. I'm fully content, you know, taking the touchdown lead at this point. Even if we take a delay of game here. And a man jumps, so we will just settle for the field goal attempt. I was thinking of playing it aggressive, but I don't think we're quite at that stage in this dynasty. I don't have as much faith as I should in this team going for it in a spot like this. Albeit, you know, field goals aren't a cakewalk in this game either. Although that one is up and good, so we do have the touchdown lead 10-3. And hopefully our defense can hang strong here down the stretch. So we have 8:30 remaining in the game, 10-3 Owls. And I don't think we've scored more than 10 or 11 points in a single game yet in this dynasty. Going to field that from the tip of their own end zone as the Pandas work that to the 18. First down for FCS Southeast. A big spot here for the Owls defense. Blue Redmond, another give. He's been a workhorse here today, only 4 yards that time. Can the Owls hang on for their first win as an FBS program? We shall see. Should be interesting down the stretch. They're going to go option here as Wingate Wilson only gets a couple. Now 3rd and 4. Now 3rd and 4 here. We'll see how the Pandas attack it. Wingate Wilson back to throw. Plenty of time, and again he's going to scramble for the first down. Great coverage downfield, but we just don't have the spy on him. And now another play here for the Pandas. They go back to Redmond as he'll take that outside for 3. 2nd and 7 now at the 39. Wingate Wilson going to keep this time. Good blocking and a good tackle there by Sidney Porter one-on-one. The Pandas now down to the 49. Going to bring a corner blitz this time. First down for the Pandas, knocking on the door of midfield. And they go play action here. And he breaks a sack. Still there in the scrambling in the pocket. And finally we get home. And we get our 2nd sack of the day. I think Donovan Westmoreland was home first. And I couldn't even collect my thoughts on that when we had so many opportunities there for the sack. And finally, we brought him down. That's Jordan Miles again, his 2nd of the day. And that's just a coverage sack all the way, really. Miles got home there. 3 other Owls looked like they were home first, including Donovan Westmoreland, as I said. And that will go for a half sack. So good to see the pass rush kind of coming alive here down the stretch as we head toward the halfway point of this 4th quarter. Now 2nd and 16. And they will go back to the running game. Really nothing doing that time. 4 yards as it's now 3rd and 12. Now more than halfway through this 4th quarter, 3rd and 12 here. Pandas trail by 7. Wingate Wilson back to pass. Going to just check that down for Redmond. Only 3 yards there. A bad read from Wingate Wilson. And at this stage, they're actually going to punt here. I thought they would absolutely go for it in this spot, but they're going to believe in their defense. And as I say that, we commit the roughing the kicker penalty. And that's going to give the Pandas new life here. We had a tremendous spot, an ideal scenario of burning the clock, but Ethan O'Leary on the call. And now the Pandas fast forward here to the 34-yard line, a fresh set of downs to work with. And that is absolutely killer. Roughing the kicker penalties in this game have been kind of off the charts. And I think that's one you can't even like adjust the slider for. I think it's just on or off entirely. A good run stop that time as Wingate Wilson only took it a couple. 2nd and 8 now at the 32. 3:30 remaining in the game. We go back to the run here. Good stop there at the line. Nothing doing. I think that was Jordan Miles. Another big play. Now 3rd and 8 at the 32. Big play coming up here. Wingate Wilson going to hand it off as they do get the first down via the run. Probably setting it up, 4 down territory. Trying to set up like a 4th and 3 or so. But they end up getting the first down altogether. As now 1st and 10 at the 23. Some late drama here. And Kennesaw, maybe a game we should have pulled away with, but 2 fumbles, out of our control, definitely left some points on the board. And now a shot there towards the end zone, and the feet were not in. He does haul that one in, but couldn't get the feet in. Just 10 pass attempts so far for Devon Wingate Wilson, 4 out of 10. 63 passing yards. That one not a bad shot there, but just could not get the feet down. Now 2nd and 10. Wingate Wilson to pass. Going to swing that towards the sideline, and a drop there by Daniels. A bad drop, and it's now 3rd and 10. It's nice to see we're not the only team who suffer from bad drops like that. 3rd and 10 now, 2:20 remaining. Wingate Wilson again going to run, as we had Westmoreland giving chase in pursuit, and Wingate Wilson again getting the job done with his legs, picks up the 1st down. The Pandas do call their first timeout as we head towards the 2-minute warning. Wingate Wilson going to just check that down for the tight end. He makes the grab, only picks up 4 down to the 7-yard line, as that will bring us to the 2-minute warning. Kennesaw State up 10-3 as our defense tries to hold strong here down the stretch. 2nd and 6 at the 7, so the Pandas could get a 1st down without scoring. As they'll give to Blue Redmond. Nothing doing there. Stopped in the backfield. Although Danielius Johnson, our star linebacker, clutching his chest-stomach area, so not good sign there. And it's now 3rd and 8, and our top linebacker will not be on the field. Injury timeout also stops the clock, which you do not want to see. Wingate Wilson to pass. And we had the interception. We sat back in our zone there with Hobson, but he could not reel in the game-clinching interception. And Danielius Johnson will return soon, luckily, but we kind of need him out there for this play. So it's going to be 4th and 8. And Hobson had the game-sealing interception in his hands, but could not bring it down. And this one could be the ball game here. 4th and 8 for the Pandas. And that time we do bring down the interception. Benyard, he will run it out too. Did not want to do that, just wanted to knee it. But that's Benyard on defense. Not the Gabriel Benyard we have on offense, but our first interception of the series, our first forced interception. And that came back as a user lurk there with the linebacker. Still 2 timeouts left for the Pandas, but this looks like we're in line to get our first win in this dynasty. That was Garland Benyard on the interception. A 1st down wins the game. Go to the run here. Maybe should have elected something different with how they stacked the line. They will take a timeout. 2nd and 11 now. Go right back to Benyard. Has some space. And he does get the 1st down as the Pandas burn their final timeout. And it looks like we are in line for a victory here. I think we'll call just a couple more plays here before we take a final knee. Trying to rack up some rushing yards. Benyard another give here. Nothing doing that time as we're stopped at the line. Now 2nd and 10. Call just one more run play. Here's Benefield up the middle. Gets a couple. And that'll set up the knee here. And now we do send out the victory formation. And with that, Davis Bryson kneel down. Our Kennesaw State Owls have won our first game as a member of an SBS program. And our first win in this series, more importantly. For those who have stuck around through the first 3 games, which were very tough, hopefully this one kind of made it a little more worth your while. Michael Benefield, the player of the game, the only touchdown scored. He certainly left some points on the board there with a couple turnovers here. And we are going to sim ahead, and we'll see if we get any commitments. But let's just kind of bask in our glory here as Kennesaw State takes this one 10-3, a low-scoring affair. Although I did say we are going to have to mix and match and trial and error with our quarter length and all the sliders and everything, and we're just kind of like I said, a work in progress, but it all comes worth it when you get a victory. So 1-3 now on the year. We'll sim ahead and see if we get any commitments, because I kind of want that to be a live thing that we kind of experience together as we advance here to week 5. And it is going to be another week without any commitments. And Gilbert Gatto, one of our top-rated running backs, actually commits to Coastal Carolina. And here we see a bunch of defensive players are at risk of transferring. All 4 of those guys are starters. And you have 2 guys down here for pro potential, maybe in line for starting jobs next year. So our playing style is not getting it done, and a lot of these defensive players want to transfer. But hopefully we can do enough the rest of the year to kind of sway them to stay along with this rebuilding as we kind of move along here with this Kennesaw State dynasty. But Melvin Lane still has us number 1, so at least one of our backs that we were targeting still has us up there in the mix. But with that, this is where I'm going to leave you, folks. Thank you so much for watching. I know it was kind of a long break between episodes, but with this game, it was kind of frustrating, getting into it, experiencing a whole new game, everything, the gameplay, every aspect of this game is so much different than NCAA 14, which I became so accustomed to playing, over the years, over the past decade or so. So we're gonna get back into it, hopefully a quicker pace from here on out. I think I am gonna get my Marquette Dynasty back in the mix. I don't think I want to, take a break completely away from that. I think I actually want to play that one more than I want to play this one, but I'll try and get weekly videos out for this Kennesaw State Dynasty and kind of keep it where we're at real time with the Owls. So we are now through 4 games. They just finished their 3rd game, and they're going to enter next week at 0-3. So we kind of matched up with how they were in present day, and hopefully they can get their first win as an FBS program here in present day, as we just did here in this episode. So as always, everybody, it's been real and be well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.